For the past 3 years, Crane has been working with 5 key denominations in order to strengthen families but also find families for children. One of the things we've been doing in this is having positive parenting trainings. This time round, we've organized with the Church of Uganda, one of our key partners, on how we can train their clergy in positive parenting, but also equip them with the skills and the resources they need to support families during this difficult season. It's also our hope that through this work, we shall be able to find families for children that are in need of families to love them and take care of them.
There are 9 modules that we compiled about parenting. One of them, there is spending time with your children, and we've discovered that quite so many people do not have time with their children. The goal of parenting is to equip Christian leaders with the skills so that they can pass on to their church members, to give wings to our children so that they can fly on their own years later when we are not here. The sole purpose is to raise Christian adults who are independent, fully grown, and give them a biblical lens through which they can be able to view the world through parenting.
And we know that our clergy are always interacting with the parents through the church departments, the Mothers Union, the Fathers Union, the CWF, and we know that once clergy are given the right information, they can be a tool to empower our parents on how to do rightful parenting.
This training has been very instrumental. First of all, it has talked to us as religious leaders, and we have also committed to go back to where we come from and actually be change agents from our communities. When we do that, we are very actually certain that we shall raise a generation of children who are going to develop to adults that will serve the Lord in spirit and in truth.
As parents, we should learn to communicate to our children. It's very important. And we should also know that each child has a different gift. We should appreciate their gifts. We should talk to them. We should communicate to them. We should give them, encourage them in whatever they are doing. We should protect them.
We have been able to be taken through how can we do parenting positively? How can we maintain the children's rights? How can we protect these children? How can we be role models? How can we actually provide time for these children? Things that are very rare in the community where we come from. So this has been a very encouraging session, very important session.
We all know charity begins at home. We all know children learn the basics of love, of appreciation, of growth at home. And even the values that actually they should share are all started at home. So for me, it is to see parents involved in the lives of their children and not as a burden, appreciating the fact that children are a gift from the Lord and we have a stake, and the parent is the first person, first stakeholder in the life of this child to grow and nurture.
Key highlights: time. Giving these children time, because as they crave for our time now, if we do not give them time, we shall also crave for their time when we are old, and they may not be able to provide that same time. Number 2, providing all the physical, spiritual, and emotional needs of our children such that they can grow up with a picture of a parent. Number 3, modeling and being mentors to our children, such that we do not need to actually talk a lot to our children, but they need to see us doing what they ought to do when they grow up.
We need to continue ministering to them, given the fact that they are the church of today and tomorrow. So we need to give them the due attention, the due audience as a church, ministering to them, but also giving parents good skills. COVID-19 has proved that children are safer at school than in their homes, where their parents are. And that is a very disappointing experience that calls for the church to re-engage the parents and giving them skills, giving them information on how to be good parents, raising a generation that is going to give good leadership to the country, give to be a good church and a good country and a good society as well.
All the children have been home with their parents, so positive parenting has happened at that level. As a church, we know that parents have a role to play in nurturing their children, but as we all know, the parents have most times not done their part. And this is not just happening in rural areas or urban areas, all over the country. There's a challenge about us as parents doing what we're supposed to do.
The bigger picture is to ensure that leaders at all levels are empowered, first of all. Secondly, to ensure that whether children have come to church or not, they are ministered to. 3 is to ensure that parents are re-engaged to capture, to get back their responsibility. Because somehow, somewhere, these statistics are showing that parents are neglecting their responsibilities and the church has to come on full board. So those are future way forwards. They are not even future, but they are resolutions that we are saying that we have to engage for a better future.
Let's join hands together. We can make a world a better place if we parent the children of the world together.